Yesterday at around 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I made this vow. I said to myself, "Self, I am leaving the internet until we are no longer debating the 1964 Civil Rights Act." And of course I failed. There is no transdermal patch or information-steeped chewing gum that replaces what the World Wide Webs do for you. Having broken my vow to myself about the Civil Rights Act of 1964, it occurred to me that conservative politics in the year 2010 are most succinctly described by that great font of cultural and political edification. That's right, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. In politics today, the winner of the Republican Senate primary in Kentucky, Rand Paul, takes issue with aspects of a 45-year-old law outlawing racial discrimination in private businesses offering services to the public. Rand Paul's dad, Congressman Ron Paul, is in many senses the Tea Party movement's founding father. And Congressman Paul introduced a bill that would abolish the Federal Reserve and repeal the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, sending us back to the era of the gold standard and seasonal financial crises. In response to pressure from congressional conservatives after terrorism arrests, the Obama administration and Congress are reportedly in talks to change the rules on Miranda warnings, rules that have been in place for longer than I have been alive. Under consideration, giving law enforcement a couple of days to question a suspect before informing him or her of her constitutionally guaranteed rights. And then it came to light today, more data confirming my suspicion that conservative America wants to return to a simpler time. In some cases, a time before things like the Industrial Revolution, Edison's light bulb, or the 14th Amendment. Does the name Russell Pierce ring a bell? Mr. Pierce is a state senator in Arizona, and he is widely credited as the author of Arizona's Papers, Please immigration law. He has also been photographed with a neo-Nazi. Today, it was reported that Mr. Pierce has been writing to his constituents, emailing them about his latest great new 21st century idea. Russell Papers, Please Pierce apparently intends to propose a bill that would empower Arizona to not grant citizenship to all children born in the U.S., regardless of the legal status of their parents. As a reference point, here is the first sentence of the first article of the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. There's more, but you get the point. According to his correspondence, Russell Pierce would shred the 14th Amendment, which has existed since 1868. In one email, he writes, quote, "I also intend to push for an Arizona bill that would refuse to accept or issue a birth certificate that recognizes citizenship to those born to illegal aliens." Go on. Cue the music. You know, trying to roll back a few decades worth of what most people would call progress is starting to seem, I don't know, almost routine at this point. I mean, any conservative can wage war on the policies and laws from the 19th and 20th centuries. The real challenge is going to be turning back all that stuff from the 80s, like the 1780s. Say the Third Amendment. I mean, if conservatives won't call for the mandatory quartering of soldiers during peacetime, who will?